morning, everybody. Thank y'all for being here so early. Just wanted to give you a quick morning update on where we are, just for situational awareness. Director Stallings obviously is here at the State Operations Center. Will Langston, who's the state meteorologist. As you can see, we've got all of our other state partners in the room, local FEMA folks, and then we've been in constant contact with the National Weather Center in Peachtree City. Just to go through what actions that I've taken so far. As you know, we stood up the State Operations Center Monday. We issued the state of emergency on Tuesday, and we continue to coordinate with all state governments and obviously our local governments as well as our federal partners. Specifically, we've been in constant contact with our folks down in Glenn and Camden County. We'll continue to monitor the rest of the Georgia coast as the storm evolves. As Director Stallings talked about yesterday, we also have our teams deploying across parts of Georgia to be a little closer if we need to respond. And then obviously General Carden is on point with the National Guard should we need help here in Georgia. And I also know that he's coordinating with our friends down in Florida as well. Just a couple other things. The express lanes on I-75 have been turned all northbound, and we'll continue to keep those open northbound for any folks that may be coming into Georgia from Florida as they evacuate and look for safer ground to move to. We're not seeing any traffic issues right now, maybe 100 cars more an hour. We're also working with the Department of Economic Development to make sure all our welcome centers and visitor centers around the state are prepared to answer any questions that our guests may have that are coming north through our state. And we obviously have all of our state resources, state parks, working with the hotel industry and a lot of other folks to be prepared for any visitors that we may have or have already gotten. And I know our local partners are working on that as well. To really help those in need that are coming north. We do have a lot of people on the coast of Georgia and throughout the state right now on fall break, which we appreciate. So we want to continue to communicate to them that we are prepared, we're ready, we're continuing to watch. There's no need for panic in the state of Georgia right now. We're continuing to monitor where the storm's going to actually go when it comes across Florida, and certainly keeping them in our thoughts and prayers. And we'll continue to update people as the storm moves and we see, any change in the path at all and what we're looking like here in Georgia over the next couple of days, specifically on Friday. I would just remind Georgians to stay weather alert, especially if you're in the southern half of the state. We think there's going to be certainly a lot of rain and not a sustaining high winds, but certainly gust in the 40 to 50 miles an hour, and Will can answer any specific questions on what we may see. But that can cause trees falling down, power lines, and so people just need to be aware of that if they're in their homes or if they're out traveling, and just be thinking about those kind of things. We also have our private sector partners and our utility folks that we're talking to. They are geared up and ready to go to help here in Georgia and potentially move south to Florida if needed. So again, I would just ask everybody to continue to consult GEMA's website and also just stay in tune to all the trusted media partners that we have this morning and throughout the state for updates, and we'll make sure we're sharing information as well. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Director Stallings to see if he's got anything else for us.
Thank you, Governor.